We are talking with our Houston Texans insider, and I love his new Twitter pic. That's right, we want to get him as hype as he was coming out the tunnel with his Public Enemy. I love Public Enemy. I've had an opportunity to meet both Chuck D and Flavor Flav. In fact, I met Chuck D with the birthday boy, Jeff Blake, in Austin, Texas.
Man,
he was
I
going
can't
into
wait, till Stubbs does another one of those events like that, man. I mean, that was a great event, man. What they had? They had Public Enemy, LL. Who else they had that
I
day?
missed somebody because I couldn't get in.
Oh, it was the dude saying it was Black Sheep.
And Black Sheep.
It was Black Sheep.
What?
Yeah.
Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If your train jumps off the track,
pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. That's right. So without
Who's the
further
Black
ado, we're going to Jay Foreman via Jeff Blake. What's up, son?
What's happening, my man?
What's going on?
Hey, you gotta wish Blake a happy birthday. Thursday.
Man, happy birthday, my man.
All
I
right.
know you ain't aged. You got that fountain of youth, man, because you don't never look like you aged at all.
Hey, just the grade, man. Just the hair. That's it.
Just the salt and pepper.
Just the hair. That's it.
That's for maturity, though. That's for maturity.
That's knowledge right there.
Yeah, that's that wisdom of knowing.
Kids. That's 4 kids.
Yeah, and 5 years with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Did you have a good holiday, Jay Foreman? First and foremost, I want to be, I got good home training. Is all well?
Oh yeah, everything was all to the good, man. Lots of food, lots of chill time. So it was a good needed weekend for me.
Okay, very well, very well. Today the Titans visit the Houston Texans. This should be a winnable game. Fitzpatrick's old team now he's playing against. He's the only one that's been back and forth, kind of like the team. Houston to Tennessee and back. So, what are your thoughts, just in general, about this game?
Oh, I think this is definitely a winnable game for the Texans, and Ryan Fitzpatrick before he got replaced, he was playing okay. He was actually playing good for him, where he wasn't turning the ball over. I think the offensive line had let him down a lot this year because he's not a mobile quarterback. He's serviceable in the quarterback run game, but he's not a mobile quarterback. So. When you think about it, he was taking lots of hits and guys haven't been getting open the way they should have. And I'm pretty sure he was itching to get back out there. Obviously, nobody likes to get back out there because the quarterback got injured. But it was only a 2-week layoff, so I know he's grinding to get back out there. And he also wants to stick it to the Tennessee Titans. And the Houston Texans should win this game. And to keep some sort of a playoff hopes alive, they have to come out and play well, and they need to get off on a good foot. Because the Titans are a team, if you let them stick around, they can mess around and upset you.
Hey, Jay, how you doing? This is Jeff Blake. You talk about Fitzpatrick not being a mobile quarterback, but, being mobile not necessarily has to mean that you can run. It just means that you need to have the proper footwork and have the proper mechanics. Because you see guys like Ben Roethlisberger, he's not, I would say, a mobile quarterback, but he gets away a lot, is standing in that pocket because he has really good footwork for a big guy, So
Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, I always compare people to, or I always like to think about when people always talk about a non-running or a non-mobile quarterback. I always look at Dan Marino. He didn't have to run, but his pocket presence was off the chart.
He
could move up and move his body, and that's really what I meant. Whereas Ryan Fitzpatrick struggles a little bit with that, but he's actually he's a lot faster than I thought. I think with him is just that when he's off, he's really off. He's never. It's always feast or famine with him. When he misses a pass, he's missing by 5-10 yards. He's not just missing, just off the receiver's hand. So they need him to get off to a good start, get confidence, and it starts up front. Then hopefully the running game, obviously complement that. But we need Ryan Fitzpatrick to be able to stretch the field because what they were doing earlier is just trying to keep the short, intermediate pass game and lean on the run game. Obviously. Arian Foster got dinged up, so it's always a week-to-week thing whether he can play. Blue came in and obviously provided some spark as a rookie, but you'd like to lean onto your all-pro veteran, Arian Foster, to run the ball. But Fitzpatrick needs to loosen that defense up that they're going to get their running game started.
We're talking with Jay Foreman, our Houston Texans insider, and we have a game at about noon Central down in NRG Stadium against the Tennessee Titans. What concerns you about Tennessee? Is there anything in particular?
Well,
Go ahead.
What concerns me is that they have talent. That's the thing is that Jeff will tell you any given Sunday they have the talent. Zach Mussenberger is a quarterback. He's a rookie, but I think he has all the tools. I think his off the field issues is what really hurt him. They got some guys that can stretch you out on the outside. I mean, just look at Nate Washington. He still seems like he's beating everybody on a go route, and that's his only route he's been running. All 10 years he's been in the league, and he's still running past people. They got good tight ends. They got Delaney Walker, who's a physical inline blocker, but then also a matchup problem because he's faster too. He's a well-built guy where he can break a lot of tackles. Then on defense, they got good individual players. They got good talent. They just haven't been able to put it all together. And I think with Wisenhunt as the new coach, I think he brings the element on the offensive side of the ball that they haven't had, and they haven't had that one quarterback that they can depend on. Obviously, since Steve McNair, Vince Young was thought to be that, and then obviously they bring Loeffler in, and he's been injury prone. And then they have the young rookie now, so I think the turnover has been at quarterback has really hurt the whole team. But I think that they have the talent, and they could surprise some people out there. They're 2-9 and haven't played as well as they would like, but I think they could beat the Texans because they're evenly matched talent-wise. I think that the Houston Texans are a little bit better team right now.
I think that's right, too. And at home, I think the Texans play well at home. I think the crowd gets behind the team. How did you feel when you played at home in Reliant Stadium then, now Energy Stadium?
Oh, yeah, it was probably the best, home field advantage or one of the best in the whole NFL. Obviously Texas, they love their football regardless. And we all, the Houston Texans, when we first started, we always had a pretty good fan base. So it's going to be loud, and I think that's going to help out the defense, and it's going to help J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless get to the quarterback. And one thing that's really hurt the defense is obviously Clowney been in and out of the lineup and looked like he's going to be out maybe for the rest of the season just because, it's almost like a redshirt year for him, which is, not what you want out of your first pick. But J.J. Watt has been a man amongst boys, and Whitney Merciless is he plays one game good or one game great, one game kind of all right, and then this seems like it's going to be the game that he's going to get off because he plays extremely well at home.
Right. Well, I tell you this, the defense still seems to be well. Some people were saying, and this is the craziest thing, that J.J. Watt should just play defense and not worry about lining up, catching passes, whatever. But I've seen linemen in the last couple of weeks scoring on different plays. If that's your best matchup advantage, don't you don't you use that to get points on the board any way you can?
Oh, most definitely. When Bill O'Brien, he's coming from New England. They're going to use any type of matchup advantage that they can. I think when Mike Vrabel was there, with Vrabel being 6'5", 250 and that can run, that's a matchup problem for an outside linebacker just because he's long. And same thing with J.J. Watt. And it's only one or two plays a game, and he's such a good athlete. It's not going to affect him. He's still dominating on defense. That's not what the Houston Texans problem on defense is. It's the overall play at the linebacker, and then also it's the ability to cover and the deep ball, and then also not the bust coverages. And Swearinger has been a big problem, but he's played better over the last couple of weeks. But look for the Tennessee Titans to hit him with take the cheese routes where they hit him with the under route and then throw a bang 8 behind him or a skinny post behind him because that's what's been hurting him all season long.
Well, we'll look. We'll certainly pull for some adjustments to be made in that regard because that's absolutely, if someone can't cover that combination, it's going to be a long day because it's just a choice by the quarterback and you just go down the field.
Yeah, Jeff Blake, you ain't know I knew nothing about that bang 8, did you?
Nah, I don't know about the skinny now. About the skinny.
I'm a student of the game, so that's what's really hurt the Texans defense, and also with Jonathan Joseph, he's played pretty decent, but he's always he's been injured, so he hasn't really came out of training camp mode as far as trying to recover. So once they can get both their corners to be able to lock down guys or play pretty well on the outside, I think it's going to make the safety jobs a little bit better because Kendrick Lewis has quietly been one of the most consistent defensive backs that the Houston Texans has had this year.
Well, Jay, what's the score? And just so y'all know, you both of y'all NFLers, the bang 8 is the back out the backfield, busting up, and then making a move. Well, no, I take that back. It's the tight end going up the seam and then busting out. Jeff Blake says no. Jeff Blake says no.
No, it's a receiver.
The bang 8.
It's a receiver. Outside receiver.
Up to 8.
No, yeah, he gonna
up to 8.
It's actually 10 to 12. 10 to 12. He
and
gonna
then
stick
he out.
and
He could go out.
No, it's a skinny post. It's a skinny post. So he gonna break it in up the field. It's a skinny post.
Yes, it is. I don't know what route I was running with Jason, but he had me running some bang 8s. And
but
so
bang
whatever,
8 is a skinny post.
Yes.
It's 8 to 10. It's 10 to 12 yards. You
that is
stick it
correct.
and you keep it real thin. It's like a deep slant, but it's just really skinny.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I got to figure out what the other pattern was. I mixed it up, man.
Now, before you start talking about routes, Steve Foster, you need to consult with me first.
Okay.
You just make sure you do that. Make sure you do that.
Hey, it is his birthday now. Don't mess with him. Watch it now. He a little older, a little wiser.
You catching up, huh, Chico?
Hey.
You catching up, Jay. We appreciate you, man. You got to get back. You got to get back down here and see us. I know you get to H-Town, and the fans enjoy having you. Your insight and analysis. But we certainly want to see you again in the Central Texas part. And Jeff Blake is on the whiteboard drawing the bang 8.
Uh-oh. We on the whiteboard now.
Drawing the bang 8.
It's game time, baby.
It's game time. Absolutely. Man, enjoy your rest of your holiday weekend and this Sunday. Appreciate all your insight as our Houston, Texas insider and friend to the show. And we'll catch you soon, man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
All right, now.
Take care, Jay. All right, we're going to go to another sidebar. The Bang 8 is on the board. We're coming back with Rod Chico Tanner and the AAU. Focus on youth sports. Time for the kids right here on Laying Down the Law.